Someone recently asked me, what's your tactic? What's your secret to getting more sales? It was a salesperson that just wanted my advice. They'd seen that I'd closed some deals and wanted to know how I was doing it. And what I said to him was a story from about 5 years ago, an experience that I had. I used to manage about 80 retail sales reps, and about 5 years ago, we were all getting together for a quarterly meeting that I held with my team to motivate them and teach them about sales and new tactics. And on the way there, I'd stopped at a local grocery store just to pick up a case of water. So I ran in to grab a case of water so that my team would be able to have that at the meeting. And I was standing in line at the checkout, and I was behind about 5 different people. And while I was standing in line, the cashier at the Express was ringing people out, and each person that bought something, he would say to them in the most robotic way imaginary, "Hey, do you want to buy a barbecue brush for $5? Every person. Do you want to buy a barbecue brush for $5? Do you want to buy a barbecue brush for $5? Do you want to buy a barbecue brush for $5? The exact same way, no finesse, no magic, just said it every single time. And I mean, I'd like to tell you that one of the people in the line said yes to it, but they didn't. However, what I thought was so interesting about that, and what I later went back to my team at the meeting and explained to them, the biggest challenge that I've always faced with salespeople on my teams, and even myself, is you're always looking for the next tactic or next trick or way to influence the sale to make people who may not be interested buy or change their minds, when in reality, the best results have always come from just being consistent. Even if you're not perfectly honed in your craft, just making the offer consistent on a consistent basis every single time is going to help you achieve your goal. And it's a pure numbers game. I mean, if you know that offering 50 people that barbecue brush in that way is going to get you 1 sale, and your target is to hit 10 sales, all you got to do is offer 500 people in that exact way. And the biggest pitfall that I think a lot of salespeople and even businesses fall into is worrying too much about being perfect at their presentation and having everything just exact, when in reality, the best way to be successful is just to do it in quantity. Provide a quality service, provide a quality product, take time on that, definitely, but in trying to find the people who need that product or service, do it in quantity. If it's a needle in a haystack, you need to rip through as many haystacks as possible as quickly as possible. That was my advice to him. So if you're talking to 10 people a day and you want 10 times the sales, you need to talk to 100 people a day. That's the deal. That's how you'll be successful in sales.